respect to yourself and George St. Pierre and the truly great takedown artists, this guy's closing the gap and entering that company in the eyes of many.
Oh, absolutely, because he's done such a great job of timing takedowns. I haven't seen anyone so good at slipping a jab into a takedown since George St. Pierre.
Right.
He does a phenomenal job of getting from step 1 to step 2 before his opponent even realizes now he's in on my leg. And if they do get their hips back, immediately he's up into a foot sweep or a headlock or an inside trip. It's just so many different ways for him to get you to the floor that he will throw every single one at you every single time.
And a lot of fighters talk about that wrestling maintenance and how hard it is, right, over the course of a career to continue to drill those things. He talks a lot about that, and that's why he's continued to realize success here in the UFC. Well, we probably trot out the term well-rounded in modern-day mixed martial arts more than we should, but this fighter certainly fits the bill.
Oh, 110%. He can do everything inside the octagon. Where he is most comfortable is inside of that 8-sided structure where most men are terrified of being. But for this gentleman, he only wants to be there. When you try to wrestle... Ready?
All right, crowd getting excited as this fight gets underway, and you hate to call any fighter on this UFC roster a specialist, but on one side, you have a definite striker taking on a true 5-tool player.
And you see a guy in the striker who knows exactly who he is. He knows where the fight needs to be. He knows what he has to do in order to be successful. Let's see if he can keep his opponent off.
Really making good use of his reach advantage there with that punch. Man, is he timing his shots well here tonight, DC. It's hard to recall him being this accurate in the past.
I mean, he is so sharp. And not only is he accurate, he's also keeping very busy. Look at the force behind that leg kick.
Uppercut attempt here. Nice job defensively there by Choi.
Put your jab in his face. Head kick.
Looked like he might have landed there. Well, he told us on Thursday you don't get paid to fight 15 minutes. To that end, early takedown is there.
His ideal fight is a grind as ugly as he can make it. It's better for him. And with this early takedown, he ensures that he can start to wear the gas tank for a long time.
Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
Try to establish that jab.
Big kick lands. He's throwing every part of himself into these big leg kicks. Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
Oh, significant strike attempt there, but a huge block.
Big head kick lands.
Oh, single collar tie here.
Notice the drive. Look at how they drive the knee right into the midsection.
The Korean Superboy gets touched by that kick there. Unable to connect with the right hand there.
Nice punch lands over the top.
Just out of range with that right hand. And he landed the right hand there.
Ooh, head kick lands and he's hurt. He loaded up on that right hand too.
Ooh. Oh, he's got that right hand going tonight, DC. Connected with it there.
He's thrown so many left jabs to throw that right punch straight down the pipe. It's unreal. Over and over, he's landing these big body kicks. Yeah, he's mixed it all up. Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this?
Hey, finally gets the takedown. It wasn't for any lack of effort, but finally that shot was good enough to get his opponent down.
I don't know how many times, John, I could have watched this guy shoot takedown attempts without securing one. It's almost like out of pity. You feel good for him to finally get it done Now what does he do with this top control?
Back to the feet now. Bone on bone as the head kick lands flush.
He better get those hands up or he's gonna put him to sleep.
Straight right hand now, just misses. Oh, really using his reach advantage as he landed the jab there.
Big kick.
His misses are entertaining. Oh, and there he goes, working off that jab again. How's your jabs?
I mean, the jab's nice. I love throwing the jab. But you realize that as MMA evolves, guys will start to fight behind a very educated jab. It's just like boxing. The most thrown punch in the first one you learn is a jab.
Right.
And in MMA, guys are starting to take that same approach because it is such an effective weapon. Big head kick.
Single collar tie. And they separate.
Beautiful punch. That was a thudding leg kick.
Trying to establish that jab once again. And that one certainly found the target. Oh, nice kick right there. Tell the masses how good that feels to get kicked like that.
John, it doesn't. It doesn't feel good to get kicked like that.
Choi gets absolutely punished by that head kick. All right, so we now look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. A lot of good highlights on both sides.
I mean, a lot of good highlights from both competitors. They both should be very proud of what they accomplished. But I'm telling you, man, I'm not sure they can keep this up. If they land at this clip for another 5 minutes, somebody's going to sleep.
All right, DC, second round is getting underway. Round one, not the round of the year necessarily, but some good in there.
And it's not always going to be. When you have two very talented fighters, sometimes it's very even. That's what we saw in round number one.
And he connects there with a punch, so pretty good striking display by him thus far.
He throws everything so straight and so accurate. He's very tricky when he throws that body kick.
So he blocks the strike and now counters with a jab. Length doesn't always tell the story, but in this one, it has certainly been a fact. Man, look at him load up on that right.
Beautiful strike.
Back to the overhand right, not there.
Look at how he turns his hip into that leg kick.
Swing and a big miss by Choi.
What a tricky head kick.
Oh, he got absolutely bludgeoned. That's as good a combination as we have seen out of him here tonight.
The last time I saw a combination this good, it was Donald Cerrone beating up on Rick Stewart.
Oh, nice combination here on the feet. That'll set up the takedown. Bottom fighter trying to control posture, unable to do so.
And now he's in a lot of danger. He's got to grab that head or he's going to get blasted.
Outstanding ground and pound here. Somewhat of a lost art in MMA, at least in terms of making sure that every strike counts. Not an issue for him.
He's making every single one of them count. He is not pity-patting. He's not touching. Every punch that lands, he wants you to feel it.
All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent.
That one snuck in. Nice strike.
Oh, caught him there with the head kick. Well, we talked about that reach advantage as you see him land the straight punch there. Great job using his length in that situation. So a much different approach for him here in this second round. He was a little bit tentative in round one, a little bit of a feeling out process. Now he has clearly found his rhythm, found the range. We'll see if he can continue with more activity here in round two.
Ooh, big shot lands.
Nice body shot. Just misses with
What
the punch.
big time takedown.
Just over 2 minutes now to go in the round. Well, hard to win fights in mixed martial arts from the bottom, but nice work here in that position by Choi. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent, you gotta be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. Man, isn't it fun to watch this dude work on the mat?
He's unbelievable how fluid he is in his motions on the mat.
Choi gets back up again, and they separate.
Punch over the top.
Just misses with the left hook. All right, well, he's landed some good shots tonight, but there's no three-piece, there's no soda. More often than not, it's one and done.
He's not even getting a combination. I mean, if you're gonna sit there at the drive-thru, order a combination, take the soda with your food, give him the right hand behind the jab, give him the hook behind the right hand. Jab, right hand, hook, that's 2 pieces of chicken and a biscuit. Finish him off with the uppercut. That is your soda. I mean, come on, man, let this guy have the whole thing. Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
Straight right is there.
Nice, sneaky head kick.
Mixes it up nicely in terms of staying heavy and also staying active. So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on. Oh, just missed on the overhand right.
Nice movement punch.
Throwing that jab yet again out of range. Oh, and a nice jab by him there, and that's going to give his opponent some problems if that keeps landing.
He's having a tough time getting his offense going because that jab is just stopping him every time.
Oh, collar tie. And they separate. Round 3 next. All right, that's the end of the round. And our cameraman all over that cut on the cheek. That thing is getting wider by the minute and only getting worse. Cut man gonna earn his money tonight. All right, now we check out some of the action from that previous round, DC. How about the display of striking?
Just high level. I mean, you would think that we're watching a K1 level kickboxing match opposed to being in the UFC. Both displayed great technical skills, unbelievable striking.
All right, here we go with the start of another round. Pretty good previous 2 rounds, I thought.
Yeah, it's been a very competitive fight at this point. Both guys have had their moments, especially in these last 2 rounds. You expect somebody to get ahead, but they've both been so evenly matched. We're still right where we started.
Well, just as he did in the previous round, he continues to connect on a high volume of strikes. And a good sign, too, doesn't seem to be slowing down whatsoever. Good series of strikes for him there, staying busy and staying accurate.
I mean, the accuracy is unbelievable. Good punch.
And he's looking for that left hand, just missed. All right, single collar tie now. Well, I'm an identical twin. 2 is better than 1. You might as well double up on the jab. He did so effectively there.
Doubling up on the jab, and you see his opponent's head popping back every time it lands.
Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? And they separate.
Nice punch lands over the top.
And he continues to work the body here.
Look at him drive his shin into his opponent's body with that body kick.
Trying to find a home for that right hand. Oh, a little single collar tie there.
He changes the angle, finds the right spot to land that punch to the head from the clinch. Big punch lands through the middle.
Single collar tie now. Well, he's looking for that left hand, just out of range, though, with it. Continues to mix it up, going to the head, mixing in some body shots. We march on, 3 minutes to go. All right, he engages in the single collar tie. Winded up on the right there to no avail. Oh, he's landed a high number of total strikes here in the latter stages of this fight. He's really picked up the pace and landing far more strikes than he did in previous rounds. Oh, he's got it going now. Nice connection there, DC.
Another punch landing on that beautiful takedown.
Well, the body work starting to take its toll. Look at the redness starting to appear on his left side. A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. I love watching this guy move on the ground. Another nice transition there.
Such a high-level grappler. You don't see that very often.
All right, working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here. Close guard. Well, pretty good work off of the bottom here by Choi. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now. A lot of top pressure being applied here. Lands a strike now from the bottom. Nice work there by Choi. Well, you see all the grappling repetitions here. Just beautiful movement, seamless transitions on them.
Over and over, these guys are doing things that you see in every jiu-jitsu gym around the country.
All right, good movement by him here on the ground. He really is a master of these transitions.
He is a master of movement on the ground. You never know where he's going to be.
What he has to do here is just try to stay relaxed. Big explosive actions, panicky actions are what gets you submitted a lot of times.
Good movement by him here, transitioning very well on the ground tonight.
Step for step, he's staying with his opponent in every transition.
Oh, and he continues to pour it on. We mentioned earlier the aggression with his striking. Got to be careful to knock gas out here, but at least you have to admire the approach. All right, he closes the distance, gets the single collar tie.
Nice straight punch.
"20 seconds left.
Ooh, what a head kick.
All right, so he lands a jab there. Pretty nicely done, DC.
You can really control a fight just knowing how to fight behind your jabs.
Oh, it looked like that left hand found the target.
Found the target as it has on so many occasions tonight.
That's 3 rounds in the can. We're headed to the championship round. All right, now we take a look back at some of the action in that previous round, DC. A lot to like on both sides, really.
I mean, both were intent on going forward. And what happens when nobody wants to take a step back? They meet in the middle. That's exactly what they did, and they both found success over the course of that round.
Great, okay? I want more of the same. You are controlling the entire fight. Stay sharp, don't get relaxed. So wherever we're at.
All right, next round is underway. You know these are 2 of the more conditioned fighters on the roster, so cardio is not going to be an issue here. And for some fighters, you know, you can have one of those adrenaline dumps or the cardio abandons you on fight night. Not the case for these 2 guys. Both look very fresh as we start this next round. Well, not only has he stayed aggressive as he was in the previous round, landing a high volume of strikes, but he's also been efficient, not just with his strikes, but also with his body movement. Complete performance out of this fighter here tonight.
Nice punch land.
Now connects with a right. Oh, misses with the jab.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
Mixes it up nicely in terms of staying heavy and also staying active. So the head strike starting to pile up.
Wow, actually got the takedown.
Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
Pretty good work with the strikes here off of his back by Choi. Man, look at that damage on the right side of his body. Starting to really bruise now. Well, he's got his back now. Beautiful movement, hip work on the ground here. Just outstanding with the transition.
He is not staying in one place on the ground, and that's very important.
All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. Man, this is some serious ground and pound here, DC. He's not just staying busy for the sake of staying busy. These strikes are doing damage.
Oh, yeah, no pity pat to this guy. This guy's trying to land, and he's trying to land effective strikes.
Back to his feet. Just over 3 minutes now to go. Swing and a miss with that punch by the Korean Super Bowl. Right hand on point. Oh, such a natural jab, and there it is again as he gets the hand right to the target.
I mean, right to the target, John. It's like the dude sitting there with a red target on his nose, just getting beat up, hitting bullseye after bullseye after bullseye. I love his ability to feint once and then throw that jab right behind it. It's nasty.
Gets on the feet, his opponent in a lot of trouble now.
That was Cain Velasquez's punch of choice. Every time he landed that overhand right, he hurt people bad. And this guy has his opponent hurt very badly again.
Nice punch there by Choi. Clipped him with a right hand there.
Leg kick. Can't take many of those, you better check. Look at him chopping the wood. Chop the wood with those leg kicks.
Oh, shot to the body connects there. He hasn't really thrown too many body strikes in this fight, but now, as this fight goes on, he is not discriminating, working the body, and those shots are going to count.
Great punch landed with so much power.
Takes him down. All right, DC, half guard position here. You've done a lot of good work in this spot in your career.
Oh, man, I love this position, and you see this fighter today loves it too. It is the most secure position in fighting. You get an underhook on one side, you keep a half guard on the other, and then you just go to work. It's the safest position, especially for a wrestler.
Oh, nice job to reverse position on the ground.
It was bad, but now it's not so bad. What a fantastic sweep.
All right, dominant position here. He's got the full mount. A lot of different ways he can go here. Maybe try to find an arm bar or just get the ground and pound.
He can attack submission, but those submissions will present themselves once he is landing that brutal ground and pound he is known for. Because then his opponent will start to get a little bit desperate to get out from under him, which will then in turn leave arms dangling, or he'll turn to his knees and get choked out.
Oh, effective strike there by the Korean Super Bowl.
That right hand hurt him a little bit.
20 seconds left. Well, he's got the reach advantage, certainly helped his cause on that huge overhand counter to the head. Oh, vicious kick to the outside of that lead leg. You got to start checking these,
You got
man.
to check these kicks, or you're going to be limping around the octagon very short.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Well, what a round it was, especially from a striking standpoint. DC, take us through.
High-level striking. I mean, this is what people come through the doors to see. Two men stand on a quarter, chest to chest, forehead to forehead, and let it all fly. I'm surprised nobody went out, but it does excite me for the next round.
Unbelievable. You're mixing it up perfectly. I love what you're doing with your kicks. Keep those going. He's slowing down.
All right, next round is now underway. I thought there was pretty good back and forth action in the previous frame.
Yes, it wasn't a bar fight. It wasn't two guys throwing the kitchen sink at each other. But you did see times where they came together and you saw the skill level of these two fighters.
Over the top, and now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Beautiful level change. Make him think you're going low and then come right over the top with that beautiful overhand. Great punch.
Well, he misses with the left punch there. Man, look at his torso. That just can't feel good. Look at the size of that bruise on his body, and you got to think his opponent is going to continue to attack that area.
Nice strike.
Impressively done. Oh, nice job using his strength there to posture up. We'll see what he can do now.
He's going to start looking to land big shots from the top.
Well, he's staying pretty effective here, fighting off of his back. Nice strike landed there by the bottom by the Korean Super Bowl. Well, he's more than content to work off of his back, DC, where he has been a magician in his UFC career. All right, so pretty good damage here with the ground and pound. Nothing superficial about these strikes. They are intending to harm.
Oh, yeah, he's landing very accurately, and he's landing to get damage off. Nice punch here.
Huge block there. So he lands a double jab there. He continues to work off of that weapon, and you felt like that was a big key for him coming in tonight.
Very important for him to start popping that jab. He's doing it over and over again, and he's finding a ton of success.
All right, he engages in a single collar tie here. Double leg takedown attempt here, and that is a good attempt as he gets the fight back to the mat.
It's ideal. His ideal situation just happened. He got in on the shot, didn't have to put too much effort to finish. Great job.
Oh, big combination of ground and pound strikes here, DC. This could be the beginning of the end.
I mean, you got to be very careful when you take these big ground and pound strikes. You need a controlled posture on the bottom, and if you're the top guy, the guy that's looking to finish, continue to gain posture and rain down big strikes on your opponent.
All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. All right, closed guard now. You got to be careful, though. He's got a lot of submissions off his back. Oh, nice job working hard, posting, and getting back up. All right, well, it's late in the fight. Time is of the essence, and when you're clearly losing and you know you need a finish, risk management goes out the window.
Oh, yeah, no more risk management. Either get knocked out or you knock him out. One way or the other, you're going to lose. You can lose by decision or you can lose by knockout. But at least when you go for the knockout, you give yourself a chance to try to find your shot.
Well, he continues to stay busy, and he continues to land with volume punches here.
I mean, volume, but he's not wasting anything. He's so accurate out there. Good stick.
Doubling up on the jab. And both guys really throwing with authority.
Liver kick, if you take those kicks, it's going to shut your body off. Take him down, cut him. Take him down, cut him. Over and over, he secures these takedowns.
And he's back up again. So the takedowns have been there, as have the get-ups. And he lands a punch there. Pretty good connection by him.
Great connection. He's in a great flow right now.
All right, he'll engage in a single collar tie. Oh, he eats a knee there. That does not taste good. Under a minute now to go in this one. Oh, beautiful combination of jabs there by the Korean Super Bowl. Both fighters throwing heat now. Sound defense there as he blocks the shot. 30 seconds now to go in the fight. How good is that right hand? And he connects with a punch there. We'll see if he can follow it up.
He's landed that punch over and over again. What's he going to do to follow up?
Lands with the left.
Look at the whip action that comes from him throwing that kick.
Now he touches him with the left. That's the biggest shot of the fight thus far. How's his opponent still standing?
I mean, I have no idea. This fight is supposed to be over. And it might not be over now, but it's going to be over very soon.
All right, let's look back at some of the action, DC. They go the distance tonight, but you got to think he won over the judges with his striking acumen tonight.
Yeah, you got to watch one of the best strikers in the entire UFC. He did everything so well, and in my opinion, he should cruise to a very easy decision.
All right, the official decision is in. It resides with the venerable Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the contest 49-46. For the winner by unanimous decision, the Korean Superboy
celebration is on. He tried to leave the judges out of it tonight, was unable to do that, but a pretty dominant effort nonetheless. He's your winner by unanimous decision.
And you got to feel good about that. You got to feel good about dominating every aspect of a fight and getting a victory. He should be very proud of his performance tonight.